Okay, so did you know that just one single bowl of strawberries can knock out a huge chunk of your daily vitamin C needs? It's basically a nutritional powerhouse just hiding in plain sight. But here's a kind of wild question for you. How many strawberries should you actually be eating every single day in June? Like, should someone living in India really be eating the exact same amount as someone in the US, or Canada, or the UK, or Germany? Today, in this explainer, we're doing a total deep dive into a global strawberry guide to figure out exactly how our geography literally changes our dietary needs. Let's get into it. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to quickly cover the June strawberry mystery, the anatomy of a strawberry, global intake by country, recommendations by age group, the ultimate health benefits, and then we'll wrap it up with the final strawberry verdict. All right, part 1, the June strawberry mystery. I want to pose a question directly to you. Should people in India eat the exact same amount of strawberries as people in the US, Canada, the UK, or Germany? We usually think of nutrition as this universal rule, right? Like an apple a day or whatever. But it turns out your local climate, the summer heat, and your specific lifestyle absolutely dictate your dietary needs. June is one of the hottest months in a lot of the world, and as temperatures spike, your body loses way more water through sweating. So figuring out your hydration and nutrition, it actually becomes this massive geographical challenge. Moving on to part 2, anatomy of a strawberry. Get this, strawberries are made up of a staggering 90% water. 90%! So this isn't just some sweet summer treat, it's literally an edible water bottle. When you're sweating out fluids in that intense June heat, strawberries step up as the ultimate hydration tool to help you stay completely balanced. Plus, you are getting incredible nutritional bang for your buck at a really low caloric cost. We're talking just 32 calories for every 100 grams. And alongside that, you get 59 milligrams of vitamin C, a good hit of dietary fiber, and potassium. But honestly, the real secret weapon here is the anthocyanins. Those are the powerful antioxidants that give the berry its bright red color. They basically act like a highly efficient defense system for your cells. Okay, part 3, global intake by country. When we look at the maximum recommended daily grams across different countries, a really clear tiered difference pops up. India taps out at 200 grams, then the UK, Canada, and Germany sit right in the middle at 250 grams, and the USA, they push it all the way up to 300 grams. So why exactly is there a 100-gram gap, just depending on where you stand on the globe? Let's break it down. If you live in India, eating about 150 to 200 grams a day during June is generally considered the optimal sweet spot. That's roughly 8 to 12 medium-sized berries. Since India's summer climate is notoriously hot and dry, this specific amount fits perfectly into a balanced diet. It replaces those lost fluids with that 90% water content we just talked about, and it delivers essential vitamin C and fiber, all without totally overwhelming your digestive system. Now, interestingly, over in the USA, that recommendation bumps up to between 200 and 300 grams per day. So that's more like 12 to 18 strawberries. This caters heavily to healthy adults with super active lifestyles. For runners or athletes hitting the trails in the summer, the body just demands extra antioxidant support and hydration to recover. So those anthocyanins, they become absolutely crucial for that level of intense activity. Meanwhile, in Canada, the UK, and Germany, the optimal window is 150 to 250 grams, which is roughly 10 to 15 strawberries. So what unites these 3 countries? Well, June is their peak local harvest season. Locally grown strawberries are incredibly fresh and just everywhere during this time. Eating this amount perfectly capitalizes on that seasonal freshness, giving you exactly the nutrients you need to balance your immune system and cardio health right at the peak of their summer. Let's look at part 4, recommendations by age group. Because, age plays a massive role in this whole equation too. Kids aged 4 to 12 should aim for around 75 to 150 grams a day. Growing, super active teenagers can usually handle 100 to 200 grams. Adults sit right in that 150 to 250 gram range, and seniors 60 and older should probably look at 100 to 150 grams. Now keep in mind, these are just solid baselines, right? They absolutely can and should vary based on your overall daily diet, your personal activity levels, and of course, any individual health conditions you might have. On to part 5, the ultimate health benefits. So how do all these numbers actually translate into real-world outcomes for you? Well, first off, that big burst of vitamin C directly fuels your immune system and acts as a mandatory building block for collagen,
which is what keeps your skin resilient in that harsh summer sun. At the same time, those powerful antioxidants are quietly supporting your cardiovascular function. And because strawberries are incredibly nutrient-dense but super low in calories, they are basically the ultimate tool for weight management. They fill you up without weighing you down at all. But wait, there's more. The high dietary fiber keeps your digestion running completely smoothly, while that massive 90% water composition makes sure you stay perfectly hydrated. Even your brain gets a boost. Those antioxidants actively step in to protect your cells from oxidative stress, fighting off the free radicals that are associated with aging. It really is like a full-body tune-up packed right into a tiny red package. And finally, part 6, the final strawberry verdict. Now, as wonderfully healthy as strawberries are, we do have a few safety parameters to keep in mind. Obviously, if you have a strawberry allergy, these are entirely off the menu for you. If you have specific medical conditions, it is always best to just check in with your doctor first. And finally, yeah, they are low-calorie, but trying to devour over 500 grams of strawberries in a single day is completely unnecessary. More isn't always better, folks. Balance is the real key here.
And that brings us to the end of this explainer. We've seen how hot, dry climates demand totally different intakes compared to highly active athletic lifestyles or peak local harvest seasons. So, I want to turn it back over to you. How many strawberries do you actually eat on a typical summer day? Are you hitting those ideal recommendations for your specific geography and age? Or is it maybe time to adjust your June habits? Give it some thought and start optimizing your summer health today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and stay curious.